Hey, what's up guys, Brandon here, and in this video I'm going to be covering some important pillars to the dropshipping business model. I wanted to talk about the general idea of dropshipping. That you're watching YouTube videos, you've probably heard of this kind of strategy around dropshipping, which is to keep testing products. That is true. You test products until you find a winner. So I created a spreadsheet here which outlines the important pillars and the math behind it. So let's say on average you're spending $50 to $100 per product test. Let's say your hit rate is 10%. We'll go into the hit rate pillars in a bit here. Let's say it's 10% and you've only tested 5 products. Most people don't even test up to 5 products. It'll take them forever to test five products. Spend per product tested weekly, your hit rate, which is the rate in which you're finding a winning product. Then you have your average cost per winning product, so with that we can systemize this, right? And your hit rate is basically your baseline that you create your store, do your copywriting, creatives, offers, product selection, media buying. Then we have these other numbers that will count into as we get more advanced into the video. I'm going to give you a preview of some of the things that I use to make sure I have a high hit rate. So let's say your hit rate's even lower, because most people's hit rate are quite low, especially if they're starting. If you test 15 products, you won't find a win. You got to test a lot of products, right? So it becomes a numbers game, really. Dropshipping is a numbers game, right? But you don't want to rely on luck. Most people rely on luck, so it takes them forever to find a winning product. And you can see 4 products tested, $4,000, and it just takes one product to make it all back, right? But if you have a good hit rate, what I'm seeing is even as high as 40%, and we're not testing that much products, which is why I preach, hey, I don't have to test that much products to find a winner. I don't have to spend that much money to find a winner, because I have strong foundation, right? The way I create my stores, my understanding of conversion rate optimization, my understanding of how to create offers, my copywriting, my creatives, the criteria for selecting a product, and my media buying strategy is on point. And I understand the factors that go into getting a person to click on my ad, getting them to add to cart, getting them to initiate checkout, and getting them to purchase, right? So here are some things that we'll cover. You gotta know your numbers when it comes to dropshipping, and then you gotta have the qualitative aspect to it, which is the pillars right here. And once you get these things right, you don't have to test much products. It's gonna be very easy for you to find a winning product, and I can even show you multiple stores that are doing numbers like this. So here's another store. If I go to the start of this year, go to now. Second, we did $1 million on this. Didn't have to test a bunch of products. Did not have to test a bunch of products. I have to emphasize that a lot, right? And we didn't need to spend that much money. $400 average cost to find a winning product, $250, and then from there you make all your money back and more. But you need to have a good foundation, right? There's a document I was working on that I wanted to share with you guys that's half complete, but we'll go through it right now anyways. So, but just bear with me, it is half completed. So this is the document I was writing. It again is half completed, so I'll just fill in the gaps. But again, I built my business to an 8-figure level, and I'm doing this quite unconventionally, I would say, when I look into YouTube and Twitter and the Instagram space, and I see all these gurus teaching these certain things, and they're just saying test a bunch of products, keep testing, and then everyone's using the same offers, the same stores, selling the same products. They're not doing anything different. They're not doing anything better. They don't have an edge, okay? So we want to put ourselves in a position where we have the advantage and the highest possible chance for success, and I like to call that your baseline, or in this case, your hit rate pillars, right? A lot of people focus on the ceiling. They just want to make money, they want to get the scale and stuff, but they really neglect the baseline. So when their business dies, or when their product dies off, it's just really up and down. If you really focus on your pillars and your baseline, This is a standard that you create your ads, everything to, right? This is your skill as a marketer. You spend less money, you make more money. Everything's stable, more predictable, and sustainable. So the first step is really understanding human psychology. At the start and at the highest level, it's all about human psychology and the fundamentals of human psychology. This will set the baseline for everything you do: marketing, business, life, the way you think and solve problems. All comes down to human psychology. Some key notes to understand about just humans. Humans want things fast, simple, and easy. Humans don't care about features as long as they get what they want without the things they hate. And a big tip I can give you guys is when you're trying to convince someone, or you're writing your ads, you're writing your copy, you want to only focus on the benefits and only use features when it becomes useful in justifying those benefits and or claims you make. Again, don't focus on the features, only focus on the benefits, and then use features to make those benefits believable and hit harder. People only care about the benefits and the end result. They don't care how to get there as long as it avoids all the things that they hate, all the things that they dislike. Okay? So with your ads, for example, here's McDonald's, right? I love using McDonald's as an example. Their advertisements look amazing. This is completely touched up, right? Their photos are completely touched up, and then when you actually receive the burger, it's a bit trash, right? But the whole goal of the advertisement is to sell the click. Okay, in this case, get you into the drive-thru, because once you're in the drive-thru, you're gonna buy anyways, right? The advertisement sets the impulse, it builds the impulse, and it sets the expectations, right? That's very important to understand. So not a lot of people are doing their ads right. They don't create the impulse in their ad, and they don't set the expectations properly, and then the product page isn't congruent with the ad, right? As you can see, burger, very juicy. When you get to the drive-thru, you're expecting a burger that's juicy, and you have a high impulse for buying a burger. So once you're in the drive-thru, you're definitely gonna buy a burger. Okay, something to understand as well: humans are plagued with limiting beliefs. Okay, effective marketing tackles limiting beliefs. Okay, healthy burger, diet Coca-Cola, right? Limiting beliefs are huge. Okay, limiting beliefs are the doubts, the cost, urgency, scarcity, the trust factor, solutions, and money. Okay, and we'll go into this. This is super important, especially if you're doing your research around your audience, which I talk about like all the time. Okay, so the framework in creating effective marketing that tackles limiting beliefs, these are pillar things right here. Very fundamental. Okay, first, you want to understand the goal. You want to identify the goal of your target audience, who you're selling to. Okay, then you want to understand the pain. Why aren't they able to achieve their goal? What do they hate? Once we understand the goal and the pain, we want to figure out the doubts. Okay, so why can't they find a solution to their goal? Okay, costs, timing, and urgency. What makes them buy now? What makes it so urgent that they solve their pain or get to their goal? Trust, figuring out if there's an authority figure in the space that your target audience looks up to. Media, blogs, product features that make a product trustworthy, such as vegan, cruelty-free. You're in the beauty niche. Solutions. What products have your target audience already tried? Money. What is the most amount that a person will pay for a product? Okay. And then here's an example of, marketing here, right? Framing. Framing is huge. Once you understand this framework, you can get to framing. Okay. Let's say if you were selling liposuction versus weight loss training programs. Liposuction is fast, it's easy, it's safe, it's been done for years, and is one of the most studied procedures for weight loss. Only thing you gotta do is go to sleep, wake up, and just be sore for a few weeks. And then after that, you'll feel like normal right after. You're healthy and you're skinnier now. Whereas on a weight loss training program, it's going to take months. You have to be on top of tracking your diet, and you have to go to the gym. What would you choose if you had the money, knowing that liposuction is completely safe? It's like a flick of a switch, right? Obviously liposuction, right? And when you look to liposuction, you'll see that this is exactly how they market it, right? It's an easier product to market than a weight loss training program. Second thing, once we understand our target audience, understand the human psychology that drives a purchase from our target audience, then we go into the product research, okay? We need the pillars first, then we can go into the product research. Otherwise, our hit rate will be really low and you're gonna be stuck finding a product. You're gonna start overthinking things, okay? Because most of you guys already know how to do ecom, which is just build store, test a product, find a winning product, right? That's all you got to keep doing and doing, but it just gets expensive, gets time consuming. So that's why once you get the pillars down, boom, hit rate is so high, you don't even have to spend that much to find a winning product. Okay, so a big change that I made was exactly that. I focused on my skills and fundamentals, the foundation, and I stopped testing tons of products. And once I did find a winning product, it was really easy for me to scale to high levels. And scaling is the easiest part of this whole business model, literally. Okay. So you want to understand the product is a bridge. Okay. It's a bridge between the pain and the goal. The weight on the bridge is the limiting beliefs. And the foundation is the offer around your product. Okay. So pain, goal, the products, the offer holds the bridge up, okay, against the limiting beliefs, okay? The offer / framing, okay? That's all a product is, okay? Once you figure out, so with this understanding in mind, instead of finding a winning product, you will find a winning marketing angle, and from there, you can pick whatever product you want that will allow you to create a compelling offer around. That's like the most important thing, okay? Once you understand this, we go into the frameworks, okay? And the frameworks is super important for these pillars. Building a high converting store has frameworks. There's a system to this. There's a scientific method to this, okay? Copywriting, everything's framework systemized. Same thing with creatives, same thing with offers, same thing with media buying, product selection. I have frameworks for all these things. All right, so if we go to my video ad creative framework, this is my video ad creative framework that I've used that allowed me to spend all the money that I have on my ads and for my dropshipping business that I'm still using to this day. I used it 3 years ago. I used it 2 years ago. I'm still using it to this day. I'm teaching it to people right now, and it just works like really good. Okay. Frameworks, once you understand human psychology, fundamentally what a product is, once you understand the frameworks, now it's super easy for you to reverse engineer and just copy what's already working in the market and just do it better. Super easy. Now ecom becomes extremely easy, right? You reverse engineer, you draft, you launch it, and then you analyze and reiterate off the data. Okay, so that comes that brings in the media buying testing strategy, and then scaling back in optimization. Super easy to do. So now that we have the foundation down, or just a quick overview of it, let's get into some product research criteria. Just really briefly, we'll break it down into projections, and then we'll go into the funnel performance. So for me, I always do $80 and above products, high ticket products. The higher ticket your product is, the more room for margin, the more room for error you have, and it just makes ads much easier. So I usually aim for around 70% plus gross margin. So that's like about, $80 product probably costs like $10. That's what it usually looks like, right? And as you can see, the break-even rolls is very low. That means you don't have to have a high return on ad spend to make a good margin. right? So this is why you want to go high ticket as much as possible, whether it's through upsells, bundles, your actual product that you choose. Make sure you get around, 70% margin, like $80 and above. Like every product that I've scaled to $1 million a month, it's always been like this, like in the hundreds, right? So that's like a big key to product research, okay? Or choosing a product. The margin is very important. So now let's get down into your funnel performance, right? So a lot of people will stress about the CPMs in their ads. That's like how much it'll cost to show your ads to 1,000 people. That's just a combination between your audience and the auction. It's your it's your angle in your ad and the appeal in your ad. So I can show you what that looks like. Basically this. If your creative angle is, unclear, it's very niche targeted, your CPMs are just going to be more expensive. Doesn't mean that you're not going to convert more. It just means that it's going to be more expensive because there's not much people that your ad is compelling to, right? The more compelling you make your ad, so basically to get to scale with your ad creative is trying to make it in a way that appeals to the broadest range of your target audience. That's how you get to scale, okay? And make your ads consistent. Okay, your CTR is just your creative appeal. Clicks just a function of spend, CTR, and CPM. Cost per click function, CPM, CTR, okay? If we look at your conversion rate as a whole, most oftentimes I'll look at the creative congruency and the angle of the ad, okay? The offer and the framing, okay? That's offer, framing, the angle, creative congruency. That's gonna have the biggest impact on whether a person buys. And then you have your basic conversion rate optimizations. So color of the buttons, trust badges, stuff like that. But it's all about, again, setting expectations at the ad and impulse at the ad that will carry on to the product page and determine whether a person will buy in the first time they see your ad or not. Okay, AOV, average order value, just getting as high as possible. Upsells, offer, your actual product pricing, perceived value. Okay, add to cart percentage, very similar to conversion rate. Offer, urgency, scarcity, CRO. Not only urgency and scarcity on the product page, but make it at the ad level, because again, your ad sets the expectations and the impulse. It's all gonna start the ad. So you want your ad on point more than a product page. The product page is very simple. You can perform CRO, you can just apply a template, okay? But we're reaching our 20-minute mark. Hopefully this video was super useful. If it was, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, book a strategy session with me and my team if you wanna work with us. And if not, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got tons of more videos just like this on there.